to part 2 of my Q&A. So I am just going to be answering all of the other questions which I didn't get a chance to do in my other video because it was already like 15 minutes long or something like that, but I still wanted to answer all of your questions, so I thought I would do a part 2. And for those of you wondering why the cage behind me looks different, that will all be explained in another video. Which pet company would you most recommend and why? The pet company that I would most recommend would have to be Zoo Plus, just because they have so many deals on many of their products, and I think they sell many great pet cages, so I think I would recommend Zoo Plus if you are looking for a pet company. The next question is, what are all of your guinea pigs' favourite vegetables? I think that my guinea pigs' favourite vegetables would have to be romaine lettuce, kale and cabbage, because they do love their leafy greens and they will always dive in for them first at veg time. So yeah, it would have to be romaine lettuce, kale and cabbage. How do you choose your guinea pigs' names? That is a good question, and that is something I have struggled with because sometimes like a name will come straight into your head and you'll keep that name, but other times like I could spend ages like dwelling on it, trying to think of the appropriate name, because they're going to have that name for the rest of their life unless obviously you decide to change it. But like I think that's a really important thing to decide, and it takes me a long time. But with Pudsey and Branley, they were both adopted from Branley's Cave Rescue, which is where the name Branley came from, and Pudsey is a place nearby, so that's where Pudsey's name came from. With Teddy and Badger, I think Badger's name just jumped out at me because he's obviously like got markings a bit like a badger, and with Teddy he just looked like so much like a teddy bear and really cuddly, so that's where I got his name from. With Ruby and Millie, I think those two were quite hard to name. Well, Ruby wasn't too hard because her colours like made me think of Ruby, but Millie was quite difficult to name, so that did take us a while to think of. With Oreo and Rolo, their colours both reminded us of obviously Oreos and Rolos, so that's how we thought of them. And with Panda and Miffy, well, Panda has like the 2 black patches over her eyes, so that's where we got Panda from. And with Miffy, like my mum thought of that one, so yeah, I didn't really have anything to do with that name, but I really liked it. So yeah, I'm not really sure how I choose them. It's just like if you look at them for long enough, something will either jump out at you or you'll have to look online for some inspiration, but usually something will jump out at me, and that's how I name them. The next question is, what are your hobbies? To be honest, my only hobbies are like looking after my animals, because that's what I adore doing, and I don't really have any other hobbies. I do love making YouTube videos, so I guess you could call that a hobby, but other than that, basically I don't really have any other hobbies, so yeah, just looking after my animals. How long do you wait until you trim your guinea pig's nails again? Well, I used to do it every few months, but I've decided that I'm going to start doing it monthly because I feel like it's necessary just to take a little bit off each month rather than wait for them to grow long and cut a lot off. How much did you know about guinea pigs when you first got them? Absolutely nothing. I didn't know anything about guinea pigs because I had never owned them in my life, and I didn't do any research. I was 12 at the time. But yeah, I didn't really know anything about guinea pigs, to tell the truth, which is really bad because I'm always recommending that other people do loads of research before getting them to make sure they're the right pet, but I guess I was just lucky that they were the right pet for me. And yeah, I didn't really do any research, but it was good because my parents had owned them in the past, so yeah, it didn't really matter that I didn't do that much research, but I did learn as I went along, so that was good. What are your top 5 favourite guinea pig products? I don't think I have 5, but I have 2 definite favourites. Those are the wooden bendy log sticks bridges because they're so versatile and I found them really useful. I think they're great and they're really natural looking. Another plus is that they can also wear down their teeth on them, so I think they are great and they're very easy to get hold of. My second favourite is them natural looking houses or shells by Trixie. I think they look really nice and I like how you can make them into a nice natural looking level. So yeah, I really do love them two products. The next question is, what is your favourite colour? My favourite colour is like a light purple or a light blue, and you probably know that because a lot of my thumbnails on my channel are that colour, so yeah, that's my favourite colour. The next question is, what is your favourite thing about CNC cages? Probably that they are so versatile. You can do so many different things with them. You can extend them, you can build them to fit in the space you have, and they can be used to build shells with, they can be used for storage. There's so many possibilities with them and I think they are great. Has any of your guinea pigs ever chirped? Yes, and if you're wondering what chirping is, it's like a high-pitched bird-like noise that guinea pigs can make. It's a very rare sound to hear, but I was lucky enough to hear it once, and that was when we had the old shed, which you guys won't have seen because this was way before I started my YouTube channel. We used to have a shed where we kept the guinea pigs in. Yeah, one day I went into the shed to see the guinea pigs and I saw Oreo on top of this house and she was making this really unusual noise, and then I realised straight away that she was chirping, so I got my iPod out and I recorded her chirping. The next question is, are you more of a cat or dog person and why? Because Jasper's here, I'm obviously going to have to say I'm more of a cat person. The last time we had a dog was when I was very young. I think I was either 1 or 2, so I don't really remember owning dogs. I think if I had been brought up with dogs, sorry Jasper, I think if I had been brought up with dogs I would be more of a dog person, but because I've been brought up with cats I would say I'm more of a cat person, but I do really like them both. I heard you would like to work with animals when you are older. What would you like to work as? Yes, I would love to work with animals when I'm older. I think I would like to educate people about caring for pets because that's what I'm really passionate about, and I'm kind of doing that in a way now because I make YouTube videos on caring for small pets, but I would love to have that as a job. I think that would be my dream job, or I would love to work in like an animal shelter. The next question is, how long did it take your guinea pigs to fully trust you? This has been different for each of my guinea pigs. I don't think it has taken the same amount of time for all my guinea pigs. It's been very different for each individual guinea pig that I have owned. What is the cutest thing that your guinea pigs do? I think the cutest thing is when they are weeking. I think that's adorable, and also when they're cuddling up to each other. I think that's really special and I love to see them snuggling up to each other. If you could go back in time to when you first got guinea pigs, what advice would you give to yourself about owning them? I think I would, the advice I would give to myself would be that guinea pigs need a lot of room to thrive, and they can display their natural behaviours if they have a lot of room, whereas when they are in a small cage they cannot display their natural behaviours and they become bored easily. We have wasted quite a lot of money on cages and like building the runs and everything, so I think that's what I would tell myself. I think the best thing to do if you're going to get guinea pigs is to purchase a large spacious cage, because otherwise you may spend a lot of money on smaller cages when really it's just best to buy something spacious to begin with. If you could teach one of your guinea pigs any trick, who would you teach and what would you teach? I would teach Badger because he is really driven by food. He will do anything for food, so he is very easy to teach tricks to. I did actually teach him to jump on my knee, so when I'm cleaning him out, he'll actually jump on my knee, which is so adorable. So yeah, I would choose Badger, and I would probably teach him to like either follow me or to like jump through like little jumps or over things. I think that would be quite cool. Where did you learn the most guinea pig knowledge from? A lot of people get their guinea pig knowledge from forums and reading on the internet and reading through books, but I think I learnt most of my knowledge just from owning them, because I'm the sort of person who learns from doing things, so that's where I have learnt most knowledge from. But I have learnt a lot of information from YouTube videos, and I think forums are great, but I've only really just discovered guinea pig forums, so yeah, I didn't really look into forums when I first got my guinea pigs. I've only just really looked into them now, but I think I have learnt most of my knowledge from actually owning them and experiencing them as pets. We have 2 separated males. Do you think it's worth getting another one of each breed because they're in 2 separate cages and they are really quite lonely, and I don't think the company of me is even enough? I think that would really benefit them and they would really appreciate having the company of another guinea pig. I have had an experience where 2 males didn't get along, and that was because they were both of the same age and they were both very aggressive. But recently we just paired one of the lone males, who is Pudsey, with another lone male, which is Badger, and Badger had just lost his brother, so we decided to try and pair them up together, and that was successful. And this is their cage now, which is 4x6, which is really big for 2 male guinea pigs, but the more space you have, the more likely they are to get along. So I would definitely recommend looking into getting your guinea pigs each another friend. And there's this thing at rescues called boar dating. I don't know if they will have this where you live, but I know in the UK some guinea pig rescues do something called boar dating, and this is where you can bring your boars along to the rescue, and they will try and find a perfect match for your boar to give them the best chance of getting along with another guinea pig, and if that's successful you can bring them home together and then have happy guinea pigs. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed watching it, and I will see you next time. Bye!